Hello, everyone, and welcome to this month in Marvel. Don't know what that is, but we're going to keep it. That is the intro for this episode. This is our second ever episode of this month in Marvel. I almost went back into the voice there, and I know what you're all wondering. Brody, why aren't you rich and famous yet? You're so handsome, and I completely agree with you. The second thing you're wondering is probably what happened in Marvel for September 2025, and that's what I am here to tell you about. So buckle up, stay seated, watch this all the way through. Don't do anything else. Nothing else. Just sit there, stare at your phone, your TV, computer, and watch the news. So in the first week of September, we saw Chris Evans show up at TIFF. This is a film festival. That's what the F and the F stand for. Can you believe it? And he was looking ripped as could be. This guy looked like he was ready to hold two helicopters this time, because this guy's looking like Captain America again. And in filming for Doomsday was happening at the time. He's ripped as can be. People are saying alternate dimensions. He could be Captain Hydra. He could be all these different things. He could be the Captain America that went back and returned the stones. We don't know. But, well, there's no confirmation at all. I want to repeat, there's no confirmation at this point that he will be in Doomsday. People are saying that it is likely, just because of how jacked he is, dude. He's jacked as could be. He's got that super serum. Week 2, Hong Kong Disneyland released new information about a new ride for their Marvel section, and it was going to be inspired by Tower of Terror and Guardians Mission Breakout, which took over Tower of Terror. So it's a drop ride. This seems to be an easy expansion of the parks because you go upwards. You don't have to expand the park outwards. So where land is critical and expanding a theme park, this seems like a great way to expand it and add a new ride for that area. For Marvel games, we got Rivals PlayStation 4 release. Now, I can't tell if the clips I've seen from this are edited or not, because people were joking a lot about the fact that if you were to try to play Rivals on a PlayStation 4, your console would blow up. Now, I have not seen this happen. I don't think it is a threat to you, but people were joking that that would happen, because games meant to run on a PlayStation 5 are meant to run on a PlayStation 5, not a PlayStation 4. Anyway, they try to make it work. Apparently it runs at 30 frames per second, and it's 1080p, so it should work. So, going into week 3 already, Marvel Comics had a Marvel and DC crossover with their first release, Deadpool and Batman, Deadpool/Batman, and this seems like a really cool concept, something you could kind of only do with comics because screen legalities and stuff like that right now. We also found out that they should be having stories with Daredevil/Green Arrow, another great crossover, I think, with similar kind of characters, and Captain America and Wonder Woman. So, if you're looking for stars and stripes in your reds and blues, check that one out. September 18th, Rivals had its summer special thing. I think this is volume 2 of that. And we got a Human Torch outfit with a cool Hawaiian shirt. We got the Things outfit. And I think Mantis also got a summer outfit. So, just cool skins, keep people playing the game, checking out new stuff. And if you want a Human Torch and a Hawaiian shirt, there you go. In other news, around September 19th, Avengers Doomsday stopped its principal photography, so it's still in the works, but they stopped their initial filming. And of course, Marvel plans for reshoots. They still have filming to do, I'm sure, and that'll be later on. But for now, the main thing is filmed, and they're getting to work on that. So it was around a 5-month shoot, around the time that Chris Evans was jacked as can be. So, coincidence? I think not. That's a Pixar reference. Anyway, Spider-Man Brand New Day filming paused for a little bit there because Tom Holland got a mild concussion. Now, not saying it's great that he got a mild concussion, but a lot of worse injuries have happened, especially on a film set, and I'm glad it wasn't critical. Not critical, that's not the right word. Tom Holland's brain is critical. I don't want to get the wrong message out there. I'm glad it wasn't severe, and I hope he's doing great. And I hope that they proceed with caution. But I do appreciate that he's doing his own stunts. New casting came out for Brand New Day as well. We got Marvin Jones as Tombstone. So he had previously played the character in Into the Spider-Verse, and I think he was great in the role. He has a really demanding voice. I think it'll be really cool to see him return. And I always love when shows and things do things like this. Like, oh, they got to play the character, but they didn't really get a chance at like playing the character, doing something with it. Over in DC, Gotham did something similar with the Penguin's dad from the old version came back, played by Pee Wee Herman, his actor, Paul Rubens. And he came back to Gotham and played Penguin's father again, and he got to really do more with the role than a 5-second cameo, which I think is cool when they do stuff like that. I don't think you always have to have a voice actor return, but if they're an amazing on-screen actor and they fit the part, why not? So yeah, I think he'll be great. I think they should go for, the same gray style that they kind of do with Into the Spider-Verse. Not that it would be the same Tombstone, but I think it's an amazing style for the character, and it fits him. Next, we had a Disney Parks event. This is the coolest Parks event I've ever heard of. I didn't know they did this. So September 21st, they played Earth, Wind & Fire's September on loop all day at Guardians Cosmic Rewind in Epcot over in Florida. And this is the coolest thing for us and probably the most annoying thing for the people that run the ride to hear that song all day. But it seems like a really cool event. It's really simple, and I think it's a lot of fun. So I think it's great that they did that. Next, in week 4, we're already in week 4, guys. This is a quick month. We got Fantastic Four's digital release. You can rent or buy it on a lot of platforms, and this led to a lot of people saying, hey, Disney Plus should be getting Fantastic Four soon. So if you've been following the Disney Plus releases, you already watched Thunderbolts, and you're waiting for something new, Fantastic Four should be on there soon. Probably not this month. It'll probably make it into next month's news as well. But if you are looking for something to watch right now, Marvel Zombies premiered on Disney Plus. This is a 4-episode season. We don't know if we're getting more seasons, but right now it's just 4 episodes as a spin-off of that What If episode that a lot of people really liked and found one of the more interesting episodes of What If. I personally agree. I think a lot of What If episodes are kind of iffy. They're fun to watch, but not really compelling. I think the Zombies one was one of the more compelling ones, so it's cool to see them expand that. And using Disney Plus to be like, hey, if we want to do a spin-off of a TV show that's already a spin-off of a universe, we could do things like that. We can try to see if there's an audience for that on Disney Plus. And so far, it's looking like there is. A lot of people are saying that they're really enjoying it. I'm personally just now jumping into it because we're going to be doing our episode on that soon. But from what I've seen, it looks amazing, and I'm really excited to jump into it. And this was also breaking some records. This is the first TV mature Marvel animated project ever, from what I know. And this is really cool to see. Like I said, push those bounds of Disney Plus. Try different things. Try different directors and animating styles. See what works. I think Eyes of Wakanda, for me, didn't work that strong and wasn't as compelling, even though it had great animation style and voice acting and stuff, where we'll have to see because I haven't seen Marvel Zombies yet. But I'm glad that once you try something, you can jump into something new. And if that works, Marvel Animation can continue to go off of that. So, and then a lot of voice actors returned for that from their live action appearances. So Elizabeth Olsen returned, Florence Pugh, and Paul Rudd. And in the trailers, Blade. We got animated Blade in the MCU before the real Blade. Now, I'm not counting the one in Deadpool and Wolverine. I know that happened. I know we got Wesley Snipes as Blade. I understand that. But as the MCU Blade that they've been delaying and telling us is coming out, but it's not really coming out for a while, he's voice acting. Mahershala Ali, is that how you say his name? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about, is voice acting for Marvel Zombies before he's playing him live action. This is insane. Anyway, from that insanity, and enough talk about Marvel Zombies, we're going to jump into September 24th. The Wolverine gameplay trailer came out. This is the first thing we've heard about this game since 2021's PlayStation convention thing, whatever, when they released that teaser of him at the bar. And we got like a behind the scenes video as well with this stuff. The gameplay looks awesome. The story will likely be compelling. It's by Insomniac Games, people that did Spider-Man 1 and 2, which are really fun superhero games, some of the best. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. They have tons of blood and stuff, again, pushing the boundaries of what Marvel is doing in this time. And Wolverine will be played by Liam McIntyre. He seems like a perfect actor for it. He kind of gives the Hugh Jackman vibes while also giving new freshness to the character in his own way. I'm really excited to see how he acts stuff out. Then we got a Marvel Rivals game update. We got Heart of Heaven as a new map. Haven't played it yet. Seems like it's fun. Tell me if it's good. And a limited time event is also going on. And then September 25th, Julia Louis-Dreyfus showed up on the Jimmy Kimmel Show and was asked a trick question, kind of, that halfway made it seem like she's going to be in Avengers Doomsday. She wasn't one of the chairs. She's not announced on the cast. But it was a trick question that half leaned into the fact that she may be in Doomsday. I don't see a world where she isn't. If you've seen Thunderbolts, Valentina seems like she just has to be with the Thunderbolts, the new Avengers. I'm really excited to see where they go with that. Spider-Man Brand New Day continued filming in week 5, and yeah, they just kept filming with stunt doubles while Tom Holland's recovering. So film production did not stop for a long time. They are just continuing with the stunt actors. And then that's pretty much it for major news. We got some stuff throughout the month. The walkway between Cars Land and Marvel Avengers Campus in California Adventure shut down for a little bit just because they were doing construction. So you couldn't walk there. And there's tons and tons and tons of comic stuff. I only got into the DC Marvel one because that's the biggest crossover. So sorry for not delving fully into it, comic book fans. But there is so many comics. I didn't know that before saying that we would be covering all Marvel news. So we are going to pass on a lot of those. But if there's any real standout ones, reach out in the comments. Let me know about them. Let me know if I should check them out. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. As always, this has been Effortless Entertainment, and it has also been This Month in Marvel. Let us know any content that you want to see in the future. If you want to see more content like this, new content, just let us know. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys.